and welcome to another voyage through space-time. How are we all today? So I invite you all to take a deep breath in and exhale. Coming back to your body, coming back to your breath, coming back to this present moment, this now moment, here and now on this earth. Just taking a moment to appreciate being alive and well. Coming back to the heart, establishing a connection, allowing any resistances to flow down into the ground, any blockages, any worries, anxieties leaving the body, the energetic sphere, and bringing in with your breath, inhaling all that gold and white light from Source, from God, from the universe, from one and all. That is our essence, light, love, light, shining bright throughout our body. So now I would like to take you all on a journey through the cosmos, through the galaxy. So I think I've done a video about star seeds, and if I haven't, I'll do one. I'll have a look back at the videos I've done. But star seeds are people who were originally from the stars, from different places, different galaxies, different star systems, and have reincarnated on the earth in these times of ascension, because we're moving up to the fifth dimension, which is the dimension of unconditional love. It's going to be a lot easier to be manifesting. People must be noticing, all you light workers and starseeds out there, noticing that it's easier to manifest whatever you want and desire, because we're getting into an energetic, big energetic shift. So our DNA is changing rapidly. The information in the air, in the energetic sphere, in the morphic field that links us all, in the crystalline earth grid, is vibrating higher and higher. You know, we're going through so many solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, and new moon, full moon, and solar portals each month are rapidly ascending. So we're changing. All of us are changing and shifting rapidly. So I thought to bring you some information from the galaxy, and I'll be showing you some channeled paintings that I've done. The first two are from a couple of years ago, and the next two are from the last month. They're quite recent, so we'll start with the older ones. And they're really the first one I show you, the first two are the first two I painted that were of starseed galactic nature, and back then I didn't really know what starseed was. I only really figured that out in the last few months, really. And I really resonate with being a starseed, because I just have so many dreams and so many different places I go to in meditation, and that kind of just show me, and different types of species that I see and interact with in that dream space. So when I paint as well, it just comes through. And so this is the first one, and so now I've kind of got some more information about the different types of star seeds, the different types of galactic links that the Earth has. So now I can bring some information about the paintings forward. So this first one that I did maybe 3 or 4 years ago, between 4 and 2 years ago, 2 and 4 years ago. And so you can see it's of a blue alien-like figure with an elongated head. Got a third eye there, encased in a pyramid that's radiating rainbow light from the top up to the universe. Elongated eyes, very soft nose, and you notice in its mouth it's got a petal of a lotus flower that it's holding in its hand. And I say it because a lot of my paintings are very androgynous, so you'll notice a lot of kind of generic masculine feminine vibes. This one maybe a tad bit more male, just because he's not really got much hair and the not got any hair, and kind of the elongated aspects of the body, but again quite feminine, quite dainty. So we've got hexagons all over the face. It's kind of like almost shimmering, making a shimmering kind of texture to its skin, and you can see that more on here with the contrast of the colours in the hand. And in the palm of the hand it's got a symbol of water, and then again the lotus flower connection with water, because the lotus flower grows, you only see the top part on the surface of the water, and the root grows from the depths. So we've all got this real link to water here, and this lotus flower is almost singing with this vibration, or is producing a certain vibration that's going into the atmosphere. And this kind of humanoid being or alien being is tasting the lotus flower and producing a sound. You can see air coming out, so either it's like air with the exhale, but with the mouth shape it's kind of this like I kind of hear like very like very heart and higher and third eye kind of sounds that are and air sounds coming from the mouth, and surrounded is a vortex, and in this light it's not the best to see, but you can kind of see these streaks of colour indicating that it's kind of circular space around, and it's very purple. So kind of like the being itself is coming through time and space. And so this one I would really link to, and we've got a beautiful flower in the centre where the heart and the higher heart is, and that symbol, I can't tell you what it is. If anyone knows, please tell me in the comments. I did this painting a long time ago, so I've forgotten. And so this painting, I would say this kind of being comes from Arcturus, is either Arcturian or from Sirius B or A, or kind of a mixture of the three, because first I kind of resonated that it's quite Arcturian. I very feel much like Arcturus is very much like blue kind of beings, and Arcturians are in Arcturus in the Bootes constellation. Boots, I don't know how to pronounce it, no one does. And they are like very advanced civilization, very highly technological, and use a lot of sound, vibration and frequencies, and mathematics and sacred geometry. So we've got quite a bit of sacred geometry in here with the hexagons, and then this flower here, this with all of these triangles overlapping. So we've got a kind of a complex flower of life. We've got flower life around it, and there's this complex, almost macabre star in the centre. Yeah, Arcturus are very much about sound, and so I think with this about the sound coming through is very much links to Arcturus, and then links to Sirius A and B. I'll talk about more because I've got another painting that I'm going to show later that's a bit more resonant with that. So yeah, they work to heal and protect the planet, and so they're bringing a lot of high technology as well to the planet. So we're going to see a lot of shifts in the speed of which technology develops, and our understanding of energetic types of technology. I've seen a lot in dreams of types of technology that kind of link the mind to the technology, so it's more telepathic almost, and very kind of simplistic and crystalline glass kind of appearing thin, and holographic type structures. So I've seen a lot of different types of technologies that'll be coming through, and with the sound healing as well, like a lot of sounds now, everyone getting in tune with the sounds of their soul and bringing that forth, because sound is vibration, like we're seeing here, it's vibration, and it changes the air around you, so it can really change your mood very quickly to just sing whatever you feel, whatever sounds you feel to sing, and it can just switch your mood because you're changing the reality around you, as it were. You're creating a new reality and bringing a new reality in. So that's the first painting. Deep breath. We'll go on to the second one. Right, here we are. Let's take a few moments to take your own interpretations. You may want to pause the video, and I'll dive right in. So we've got green being this time, and again quite androgynous looking features, a bit more feminine with the breasts there, so we've got a bit more femininity there, but again quite androgynous face. And I almost see this as an aspect of the divine masculine. Of course, in here we've got the yin and the yang, so we've got the balance of both. So we've got the yin, which is the feminine, represents the feminine, the white, and then the black. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. That's the yang. The yin is the black, which represents the feminine, and then the white, the yang. I always get them mixed up. Is the masculine, and so in each you've got a bit of both. So I like the crossover. It just comes out naturally that things come out quite androgynous for me. I feel I come from a place where either a future or ancient civilization or both, in which I reside, where people were a lot more androgynous looking and within themselves as well. So here it's quite wild. You see the eyes are quite wild, wide open cat-like features on the face, and so we can have some Lyrian connections there and connotations, which were, I like other cat people, and they come from Lyra. Like the Lyran people come from Lyra, but Lyra was a star that got destroyed. Their home planet got destroyed, so they live in many different star systems. So we've got all these different stars in the background there, pointing to different star systems. And on the crown, so on the third eye, we've got like this lovely flower, purple and yellow flower, and on the crown of the crown chakra we've got this I think it's called the god infinity symbol or something, and it's this symbol that you'll see in mathematics and sacred geometry. It's a fractal, and however much you zoom in, you'll always see the same pattern. It's kind of this like 8 type or horizontal 8 infinity shape with a blob on the top, and then each section has got a blob, and then as you zoom in, then it just goes in and in. I think you can see it on YouTube video where it just zooms in forever, and so that's a fractal in mathematics they're called, where it just goes on and forever. And so we've got lots of different things in nature that reflect that, like snails with the spiral, any spirals you see in like a seashell or anything like that, even in flowers. So it's a link to the infinite. It's a truth that we can embrace, and very fiery. This character, this creature, very fiery. Got fire all around in its aura. This purple flame, this ultraviolet. We've got ultraviolet angels that are coming recently. As protection for the planet and for the higher vibrations that are coming through. So this ultraviolet flame of protection is emanating from this, and creation is emanating from this being. And we've got the energetic lines on the body glowing up there. and it's in a kind of hexagonal space. So again, we're in somewhere very different from Earth. We're in again with these purples and blues. It's giving off a galactic nature, somewhere in the galaxy, somewhere where things are a bit more hexagonal, a bit more out of time and space. And I link this a bit to the I can't remember, is it the tree man or the green man in Celtic mythology? They talk about the divine masculine, and they conceptualize that in the green man, which is this kind of fiery character, bringing a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, and it's how to express fire in a kind of divine way, almost, you know, in a creative way, rather than it being destructive. So that's beautiful. Then we've got a lot of links to balance, and you know, on the hands there, it's offering its hands out, and it's got these yin and yang symbols each in both hands, with its long claws, long fingernails, and it's sitting in a very active position. You know, it's like almost like focusing and centering and creating this portal emanating from this heart. So again, linking fire to the heart, to love. The reason for generating the fire is not to destroy any bonds or any people, but the reason why you're creating this fire is to protect yourself, to shine your best, to create beauty and wonder, and to burn with passion, and to burn with life force that's running within you. So this is a really good, nice link to life force. So yes, this I would say is quite a mythological character, quite galactic, and maybe an elemental, I would say, like an elemental, something like a fairy or an elf or something in that realm, in that 5-6D space. Okay, so those are the paintings from 4 to 2 years ago, and now we'll go to the ones from the last month. And the ones I'm showing you again are just ones that are of a bit more galactic kind of nature, with a focus on one particular being. So we're drawing in different beings. And so this one, I'll give you a moment. So we've got, this being is purple. Let me get the light there. This being is purple in nature. So we're getting very different colours, and it's got 6 wings, and it's got a green heart, and the life force of that green heart goes out through its wings and down in its body in a DNA spiral. And so you can see it's like an angel that's flying, and it's got these eyes that are burning, you know, with passion, with maybe almost it's too intense for some of you. Definitely sometimes I can't look at this painting because it's too intense if I'm not in the right headspace. However, when I am in the right headspace, and it gives me a lot of strength, you know, it gives me a lot of stand your ground, you know, almost like set your boundaries, remember your essence of love, remember why you came to the earth. So these messages now of coming to the earth, why you came to the earth, remembering if you're a starseed or a light worker or someone who's empathic or or questioning constantly, very philosophical of why you're here, and you feel like you've got a big mission, then it's time to start remembering, why are you here? Why did you come here? And this painting really brings that essence in of why are you here, what's okay for you, what do you like, what don't you like, and what are the higher energies and vibrations that you want to bring in. And so we've got beautiful blues and whites here, so you've got this kind of like aura coming out from the wings and its center of being, and around that is these blues, almost like it's a sea, and the dress kind of merges with the sea, and there's some mermaids and dolphins there. You can see some dolphins and some mermaids there, kind of a part of the landscape, blending in. And yeah, this one I would say is a recent guide of mine, identified as the Seraphim, and they are an angelic group that like hold the gates to heaven, we would say. And so they are also known as like fiery angels, or because they bring fiery love, so they bring this energy and ability to be able to, with love, set your boundaries and set your grounds, and to be able to stand in your light, and to be able to have the confidence and the self-worth to be able to step in your light and in your path, and start to be able to do what you were meant to do on this planet. So that's a completely individualized concept, of what to do on this planet. And for a long time, for me, I was just doing what other people said that I'm good at. And now it's finally time for me, like Seraphim coming into my life a few months ago, it was like a stand saying, okay, they come with this beautiful love, and it burns, with this brightness of, why did I come here, and all these type of things of, bringing the light, bringing love, bringing compassion, things that are more metaphysical rather than more spiritual and metaphysical than tangible. These feelings and emotions and the lessons and the wisdoms I can bring started to come forth. And that's really when my throat chakra started activating, was when they started coming into the channeling, and that's really when channeling started to come in as it is now, where I'm recording videos of channeling sessions that are happening. That really was started with Seraphim. Before that, it was all, I would say, Arcturian. I didn't really know who they were back then, but it was coming through as poems, and as the artwork. Of course, that's been since a while now. So yeah, so that's the Seraphim for you. Beautiful. And they've got some gold down the wings. And I think a very Taurus-like energy. I'm Taurus because of it's like a bull almost, with the horns, and the face is a bit more kind of like a bull, I would say. It kind of gives me a bit more feminine aspect, like this kind of like fiery mother of protection, and yeah, a soul mum, really, a star mum is what they're called. All these starseeds out there that feel a bit dislocated in this earth, a bit out of place. We have parents in the skies, so we've got star mums out there, and so we can connect within to our heart. As soon as we connect to our heart, we can connect to the universe, the cosmos, and we connect to Mother Gaia as well, a complete source of unconditional love that comes through. So this last painting that I'll show you today, take a few moments. We've got a merman, or mermaid, or merman, this one. And so yes, this I'm invited to talk about Sirius. This one, of course, more Sirius B than Sirius A. And so yeah, so there's a starseed race called the Sirians, and they come from Sirius A and Sirius B, twin sister stars. Planets, I think, stars, yes. And Sirius A is more kind of technological, and like you can walk on air, and everything's a bit more, well, the technology is more natural, but I've had dreams of, like, you know, walking in the air, being able to do that, and these kind of more metallic looking, or it's kind of like composite, I would say, composite material, to be able to walk in the sky and around in the air. And then Sirius B is more water based, kind of, you'll see more kind of mermaids, mermen, space, where it's a water planet, very little land mass. And I've had many dreams where I've fallen into the sea, thought that I was drowning, and then realised I can breathe underwater, and then I go and I swim and I sink down into, like, and I find these different magical places, you know, and interact with a lot with mermaids. And this, actually, I had a lot of dreams like this as a kid, and lately I've started to recognise my connection to Sirius A and B, so this one more for B. So this merman, he's got some metallic greens on his tail and on his hair, and the hair, I feel quite like seaweed almost. They're floating, and some hexagons again. Beautiful symbol. Hexagon, I always fall to hexagon. And on his body, you've got a lot of different things going on. We've got the Merkaba star in the center there. Merkaba is like, or the Star of David, and so the Star of David, and you can imagine that there's one triangle at the top of half of your body, and then another triangle going down to the bottom of your body, and that is your energetic sphere, and it generates an infinite loop of energy. And the one pointing down goes into the earth, the one pointing up goes into the sky. So there's the Merkaba symbol there on his heart, to get you into that awareness. And what was I going to say? The bottom one to the earth, the top one to the sky. And there was another link I wanted to mention as well. The pyramids also is like this. So we only see the top half, but underneath there is also underground pyramids facing that way. So it's pyramids were used before ancient civilizations to harness energy, and so we currently use gas and coal, and we're starting to use renewable. So the pyramids aren't activated at the moment, and I think they use more crystalline technology. So again, this can take us to Atlantis and Lemuria, and I feel very strongly called to Lemuria as my origin base. These ancient civilizations, there were more creatures than just humans, and they were, you know, galactic portal cities. We'd interact, we would be part of all of these other spaces and places, and so we'd see more creatures like this. So yes, if you resonate with this one, and you may be from either Sirius B, or from Atlantis, or from Lemuria, and so we've got him, he's got some air bubbles or sound currents running up, and these orange ellipses, and he's got a pearl in either hand floating between his fingers, and then there are some pearls in the background in the center of each energy vortex, or like a spiral of energy, or of water as well, because he is in water after all. So there's seaweed that crosses between them. So when I was painting this, I almost felt like he was like a seaweed, like, or pearl farm, like a farmer almost, in the space where they were farming pearls, and so using energy, using the sea currents, using seaweed to like align the edges, and then using the sea currents and sound. So again, you can see him here, he's using sound to form these pearls. So yeah, it was kind of like a bit of a harvest and farming type of vibe under the sea that I got while painting this. So let me know your interpretations. Yours might be completely different as to what those look like. It could also be, you know, like I also imagined it to be either cosmoses or gateways to other parts of the cosmos, spiraling vortices of water and energy that led to a center point which almost reflect back, because they're quite metallic, is a metallic silver color, and through those you can venture to other places. So some different interpretations there. So yeah, that's the seaweed merman for you. And that's all of my paintings that I'm going to show you today. So thank you for being with me, and I hope you enjoyed these paintings, and maybe you resonated with one or two or more or all. When I started realizing that I'm a starseed and resonating with this term, and I looked up all the different starseeds, I was like, yeah, I know that one, yeah, I know that one, I know that one. I was like, yeah, I've been there. And then I remember all these dreams I've had that I've been there. And yeah, I feel I was probably in, I do feel I was in Lemuria, and so I feel that I am a star seer, so I've seen into the stars. I've got contacts and access to many different guides and different star systems, and I voyaged on to many different places in other lives. Of course, we're not talking this life here I'm on the earth as Nessa, but when you go to different places in your dreams, and when they're so vivid and they feel real, then why question if they're real or not, you know? Well, good to question if they're real or not. It's good to question, is this real? I mean, sometimes, you know, some of these dreams, they feel more real than the daily life that you're living. So it's like, how can something that feels hyper real be seen as or discarded as just a fantasy? And it's very different, you know, the experiences of the dreams to other types of dreams, where you can feel, oh yeah, it's kind of like just a composite of the day or things going on and stuff. I mean, the types of dreams where I've seen these types of beings are super vivid. You know, you can remember tastes, smells, colours, people's faces, you know, concrete things. So yeah, I would advise you all to use your own discernment, what feels right to you, what resonates with you, because of course we're all different composite beings, we're individualized, so we've all got different links to the cosmos, and so some of us don't resonate with this at all, and you've just been on Earth and you ain't got any of those contacts or links to other places, and that's fine, you know. But other people, you may strongly feel called to a certain star system. You may hear information, you may hear alien species, races that really resonate. You know, some of the most common ones that we know of that are connected with this ascension on this Earth now, currently in this time, part of the Galactic Federation are Sirian, Lyran, Arcturian, Pleiadian. We haven't really talked about Pleiadian. I haven't really painted one. Maybe I've drawn, so that will be for another time. What else? Pleiadian, Sirian, Arcturian, Lyran. If you resonate with Atlantis or Lemuria, you know, these are some ancient civilizations from the Earth. And again, you know, if you've had dreams of living other lives in like Egypt, ancient Egypt, or in the Mayan civilizations, or Nordic, you know, mythology, if you feel connected to, or Japan, you know, on their the Shinto beliefs and all of that, those realms. So wherever you feel connected, you've probably lived a life, or you're living another life there in a different part of and different aspect of your soul is journeying there and doing different things that you'll remember after you die, or when you start to establish this link with your higher self. So I think that's all really that I need to say for today. I'm conscious that we're going well past into the 35 minutes now, so I'll end it here. So may you all take a deep breath, come back to your body, come back to where you are, breathe, and focus for a moment on your energetic sphere around you, your energetic body, linking it through the Merkaba star to the cosmos and to the earth, and coming into the crystalline earth grid, seeing yourself as part of this earth, a sovereign being shining your light into infinity. Blessed thy all be with love and with light.